welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 47 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yes, and we're doing this one from memory, but Ryan forgot, and so now he's giving up the urge to try to watch it by fast-forwarding back through it.
No, I went back.
What just happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I habitually go back in the minute to the beginning.
So we can click through it.
Right. But now I went back to the end of the minute.
Because I watched you realize, like, oh, shoot, we don't want to watch it.
Right.
We're trying to use our memories.
Right.
All right, so remember.
We have two scenes in this minute.
Yeah, there's a major scene change.
Yeah. So we're still in the club at the beginning. We see some strange,
not like the club. We're in the car garage behind the club. Okay, yeah, this is really weird.
Wait, did we go into a disco to begin with, right?
So first...
And then we went back a hallway. And then we ended up in the model club.
The back club, yep.
And then we went through a doorway into the shop.
Which had a second floor, which had more women on it dancing.
Right.
Maybe not dancing, having a good time. But there's a really weird part to this.
Right. The, like, play place.
There's, like, some art.
Right.
With some, like, squares and, like, shapes. And then there's, like, a little ladder. And then there's women that crawl up into these spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And then a man follows one of the women in at one point, right?
It really feels like a McDonald's play place type of, like...
Yeah. We're going up into the little tubes or something.
Right. That's what it felt like to me.
Super weird.
Or, like, a place that, like, something that Google would have for their, like, employees to go in and, like, think of new ideas. You know what I mean? They always have, like, really weird things like that.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So that's, like, one of those things. They took it from Google.
That was weird. But
yeah,
I feel like that's very missed on this film and very, very strange. So that needs clipped, and we're going to post that on the Instagram.
Okay.
And when I say we.
Together. You're going to come over in the morning. We're going to find the spot together.
The spot.
And we're going to clip it out.
I have trouble finding the spot sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you help?
I will help you find the spot.
All right. Good. Okay. So, then.
Right.
Next.
Lucas Black.
Sean
is looking around. He's like just in awe of his surroundings.
He's like, he's still on the lower floor though, right?
Right. And Han comes out with a bottle of champagne.
Yes.
Champagne.
It's probably Miller High Life.
Could be. That was the best thing you ever gave me.
What?
That bottle of Miller High Life that looks like a bottle of champagne.
Oh.
That's so good. It's like a 40.
Did I?
Right?
That was after you were drinking.
Yeah.
Did you drink it?
Oh, yeah.
By yourself?
No, we shared
That's
it.
Weird. We did?
Sure.
Right. My memory's not great sometimes.
I should look that up.
Especially with alcohol.
All right, you talk while I look it up.
So, Han then says to Sean that Red Eva is yours. And Sean's like, what?
Right. He's like, do you remember that I wrecked your old car?
Yeah, and this seems so crazy to me. He literally destroyed his old car, and now he owes Han another car, and Han's like, here, I'm giving you a car. So now you kind of owe me this car, don't wreck it, and you owe me another car. Right?
Right, exactly.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he shouldn't give him anything. Han should be like, you need to come up with a car, and it'll be mine.
Right, but he's like, what do you mean, my car?
Like, you owe me a 10-second car. This is like are they just doing the original movie again?
About the 10-second car, you mean?
Yeah, right.
All right. Here it is. I found it.
Oh, really? Wow.
December 2018.
Okay, it was your birthday.
It was one of you. What? December? It's not my birthday. It's Christmas. Christmas present.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this came from you guys.
Yeah. I remember buying this.
I should hold up to the camera.
Roots in
oh man, you can't
let that
see
focus. We need to cover light issues there. All right. Roots in Mount Joy carried these. And I was like, oh my goodness, I had to buy that for Ryan.
Good.
It was so expensive, but it was worth it.
It was probably like $6. Maybe.
No, actually I think it wasn't like very expensive, but it was for the beer in it was expensive because you're literally buying the novelty of it.
Right. It was sweet though.
Like Miller High Life doesn't know how to wrap foil around it. Like they had to pay extra for that.
Right.
You know?
So he says the Red Evo's yours, and he says, what do you think? I'm going to let you run in a Hyundai?
Yeah.
You're representing me now.
Sean made a comment like, what do you mean?
Right.
Like, it's mine. Like, he was questioning it.
Right.
So were we.
Right.
And he's like, you can't. You're representing me now. You can't do it in a Hyundai. So
Does
they
this
took
mean
a
that
shot at
Sean-
Hyundai.
Yeah. Well, they're in Japan. Hyundais are made in Korea. I wonder how many.
Is it
Korean
Korea?
cars. Yeah. Hyundai, Kia are Korean motors. KDM. Korean
They own each
domestic
other now?
motors.
What about Genesis?
That's owned by. That's Hyundai.
It's like different though, right?
That's like
It's their own
saying
brand.
Ram. That's Dodge.
I thought they split off and made their own like brand now though.
Who, Genesis or
Yeah.
Ram?
Yeah, like you have the Genesis G80. They don't have a Hyundai symbol on them. I know
Right.
they're like
They
owned by
only
the
have
company,
the
but
Genesis symbol. Yeah. But
it's like different.
yeah. Have you seen new Kias though? They're so nice.
Dude, the Kia minivan.
Oh.
Dude, have
The
you seen it?
Sorrento?
Dude,
No. The Kia Sedona.
so yeah, I forget what it is. Ty was our Patreon. What's his name?
Konigtum?
Conington. Dude, he was telling me about this Kia minivan. We were checking this thing out. Oh my word!
Well, even like the Stinger.
Thing is
Have you seen
lit
the
up.
Stinger?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Dude.
Kia and Hyundai were like, all right, you guys want to think we're a crappy brand? Like, check out these things we're doing
Yeah,
now. Like,
what
Genesis-
designer went over to Hyundai Kia? Like
I
they
don't
came
know.
from
Even Car and Driver doing like the Genesis review. Like, this is an amazing car.
yeah, and it comes with 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's crazy.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
A lot of miles.
yeah,
Phew.
and you could probably buy one for like $112 a month.
No, they're not cheap
for
yet. That's the
7
problem.
years.
They're not really not that cheap.
But they're not crazy expensive. They're not like
Nah.
they're probably cheaper than a Nissan.
Yeah. Nissans are probably the worst car made right now.
Have
Other than American cars.
Mazda though,
Oh, are they
is
still
Mazda
in business?
American?
Mazda's owned by Ford now.
don't know.
Aren't they?
I don't know. A guy.
They're American, I think.
Yeah, I mean they were at one point. I don't know if they still are.
No.
What about
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like come on.
They got like
Do they
three cars.
Do they still make cars?
They have the Mirage,
Oh my goodness.
the Outlander, and the Eclipse. I think are the only three
They
things
still
they
make
make.
an Eclipse?
Eclipse Cross. It's like an
Oh,
SUV.
it's like the crossover thing.
yeah, it's like an SUV.
I see their SUVs and I'm like, who bought that?
We had a Mirage in the shop the other day, and I had to get a tire for it. I was like, is this a golf cart tire? It's like a 170 50.
It's so
14.
crazy that
It's
they
crazy.
are in business.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the Mirages. I'm like, this thing is unbalanced. It's like a 3-cylinder 1.0 liter.
Is it really?
It's
that small?
like
Like it's an economy car.
right.
It's crazy to think though that they made the Evo, which is like
I know.
one of the most iconic tuner cars
Mhm.
ever made. That was their car.
Right.
And they've just
It was like competing with like its like main competitor was like the WRX,
yeah.
like all-wheel drive 4-cylinder sedans.
Yeah.
And now like no Mitsubishi could compete with Subaru at
Yeah.
anything.
Even like Mazda though. I feel like Mazda has some really good looking vehicles.
Oh yeah.
But quality wise, I just feel like they're not I don't know.
I don't know either. But-
Anyway.
yeah.
So
all right.
so what are we we didn't even start the minute yet.
No, we're not going through it.
Oh,
remember,
right.
it's by
Sorry, I'm
memory.
looking at the okay, we're
It's
doing
by
by
memory. It's by memory.
All right, he gifted him the car.
Right. Okay. So then he's like excited. He's smiling. I remember his dopey
Sorry.
smile.
Ryan's wife gave us shots last minute.
Yeah.
And
They're-
Ryan poured us full glasses of
Whiskey. Ezra
Whiskey.
Brooks. When you
Yeah.
got here, we did a shot,
and we did shots. Plus I drank before I got here.
and on the way,
No.
it was a closed container though.
right.
If you here's the thing.
Okay.
If you have like a one-way valve in a drink where you have to like where you tip it and suck and it comes out, I'm picturing like a rubber thing that keeps liquid from coming out.
Like a sports drink holder thing that you
Right.
take to like soccer practice.
right. That's sealed.
Okay.
It's a sealed container of alcohol.
Yeah.
Can you still drink?
I think you found the loophole, Ryan.
As long as you stay under 0.08, you can still drink.
And your passengers can drink that.
Right. Also, did we talk about if you have O'Doul's? Can you have an open bottle of O'Doul in your car?
Dude, can you imagine like drinking an O'Doul's as you're getting pulled over? That would be
Right.
so.
Like, obviously,
sounds like
your ABV is going to be
I
way
should try that
lower.
for my YouTube channel. Wow. Are
Don't
you
make me laugh.
wheezing? Stop
It's
wheezing.
hard. It's hard.
What's hard?
So,
Do you
to
need
laugh.
a pillow? Speaking of pillows, let's talk about our giveaway next
All
month.
right.
All right.
Pillows. We had great success with our last pillow giveaway.
Yes. Our number one patron. Well, now he's tied for like number 7. Brian. What's he? He's not.
Movies are dope.
Movies are dope.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a.
He hasn't won every time anymore.
Right.
Right.
His patronage just backed off a bit.
Oh.
But we cannot complain.
No.
We love him
Brian.
With full love.
Heterosexual love.
Right.
Yeah.
He's allowed to visit anytime.
Platonic. Yeah. And he has.
He has.
Yeah. He's guest hosted this podcast. He's the only patron to ever guest host this podcast.
And we want him to do it again.
Yeah. More than ever.
In fact, we're considering letting him and Aftershock. You mentioned this. When
my voice was
Ryan's
dead.
voice went out. He's like, yeah, so Aftershock and Brian are thinking about. I'm like, do it. And Ryan's like, nah.
You didn't finish that sentence. Brian offered to guest host the podcast with Aftershock.
Yep.
Since I couldn't.
That's what I said.
And you didn't finish the sentence.
I feel like I said that. All right. So,
so we're going to be giving away another one of our face pillows that Brian won.
Yeah.
Or something with that design on it.
Maybe not a face pillow. It could be a throw. Could be a rug.
Duvet.
Do they have like welcome mats?
They have bath mats.
Dude, that's amazing. All right, we'll work on it.
They have shower curtains.
It's not confirmed, but our face will be in your place.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
all we can
talk
say.
To the higher ups
at
Granny Shifted and see what they have in store for us.
The budget makers.
Yeah, we're just the content creators.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we get the scene change, and it shifts to a dock.
And there's 2 guys fishing.
Yeah.
Do you recognize them?
No. Should I?
Yeah.
Really?
So one of these guys is the real DK.
What do you mean?
The real Drift King.
In real life?
In real life. His name is Kichi Tsuchiya.
How did you even find that out?
So, I knew because he was the one that drifted the Corolla AE86.
In Initial D?
No, but back in the day. He was known for it, and he's like the grandfather of drifting.
Oh,
to the
in
point,
real life?
In real life.
Okay.
They brought him into this film and got him this, small role.
That's a good move.
Yeah, it's cool. And, anybody that was, deep into the drift movement at the time was like, oh, my word, they got the real DK in the film.
Okay.
But he's literally just a dude not drifting. He's fishing off the side of the pier as this red Evo comes ripping into the fish market.
Right. And, hitting, I don't know, barrels and skids.
Yeah, not doing too good.
Yeah, he's hitting all kinds of stuff. And the thing
and
is...
it's Sean driving.
Yeah, Sean's driving the Evo. And it's again, he's going, balls out. Right?
Yeah, and he's hitting stuff, though. You can practice driving and not wreck into things.
Right. I feel like you could do more of an open parking lot controlled drift.
Or, here's an area, let's try it here. We don't have to hit that thing over there. It's not that hard to avoid stuff, even when you're learning.
I mean, I feel like you do have to go fast to drift.
Yeah.
So you can't just, putter around the corners.
No, there's definitely some value in committing, right?
Right.
But,
He's
Sean,
everything on every turn.
He seems to have a lack of concern for destroying things.
Yeah, I wasn't even not even just other people's things.
No, his own.
His
stuff.
own.
He doesn't care.
His own car. Yeah, I'll drive this through a wall.
If you're Han in this scenario, you're all right, I just gifted you this rare. This is what 2005. Evos are 2 or 3 years old, so comparatively, this would be a 2019 for us right now as we record. What would be the car? I don't know. Corvette C7.
Sure.
And you're all right, this is yours.
Right.
And then he's out in a parking lot. Look, I just took out this pile of skids.
Right.
You're like, what?
You'd be so upset. And we see
Sean
all of
doesn't
his
care.
like friends there. We see Twink there. We see some of the people there. They are upset. They're like, "Oh no!" Oh. And we're like
Again.
laughing. You know, he keeps hitting everything.
I do think it's funny. We got a shot right now where you're paused at the end of our minute 47. Around the roll cage, they put it looks like
Noodles.
noodles,
Pool noodles.
It's like a Nerf foam that's actually really important to, like, if you're in an accident with a roll cage in your car and you hit your head on a cage, you're gonna die unless you have a helmet on, or this foam. But they always hold it on with zip ties, which is always funny to me.
Right. And you can't have a helmet on somebody who you're trying to film.
Right. So he doesn't have a helmet on.
Right. So.
But they got the pool noodles on.
Yeah. So it's safe.
Yeah. Like they actually sell those pool noodles rated for roll cages.
Oh really?
Yeah. They're like, you can buy them.
I do feel like there's something. These are like, you see them on like where else do I see these wrapped around with zip ties? Motors or dirt bike handlebars.
What? Oh,
like
the
they're
middle.
like split on the. I'm
Right.
Like, why does it look
It says
familiar to me?
Renthal on it.
Right. It says something.
Yep.
Some brand on it. Huffy.
Normally they're Velcro. But yeah.
What was I saying?
You were.
To Sean's credit, a little bit, he is switching sides of the car.
It's
You know what I
right
mean?
hand drive.
Yeah. So now you have to shift with your left hand.
And press the gas with your left foot.
No, I think that's the same.
Nobody knows, to be honest. I've asked. Nobody actually knows.
Really? The pedals are the same.
Probably, but
Clutch
who
is on
knows?
the left. Somebody would know.
Clutch is the left.
Clutch is on the far left still.
Don't you need the clutch? I don't know. Nobody actually knows. All right, if you're from Japan, you've driven a right-hand drive car.
Right.
If I had to put money, I'd say you're right, but we don't know.
Did Fabian drive? Was the Skyline right-hand drive?
Yeah.
We should ask him.
Call him.
All right, we'll call him.
All right. Bear with us.
Call Fabian. We might only get 2 episodes in tonight.
That's all right.
Hello?
Hey, Fabian, it's Ryan from Granny Shifting.
And Jason.
And Jason.
How you doing, Fabiano?
Oh, sorry. Ryan and Jason from what?
We haven't heard of Granny Shifting? The Fast and Furious podcast?
Oh, that's like the ripoff of the movies Our Dope Guy.
No, he ripped off of us.
Hey, we got a question for you.
Okay.
Our listeners want to know. So, on a right-hand drive car, you had one, right?
Correct. I've had 2.
Okay.
Not to brag.
What
or
is the
anything.
pedal order from left to right?
Left to right is the same as any other vehicle. It's clutch, brake, gas.
All right, how about your shift pattern?
Shift pattern is exactly the same as any other vehicle. 1 starts on the furthest left up, and, 5 is on the furthest right.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever had a right-hand drive car.
Yeah,
making
he's
it up.
he's
All right,
lying.
hang up on him. He can call movies are dope. We don't need that.
Well,
Who's
we
saying
think
what?
we're just discussing it.
Okay.
It's just general discussion. We're watching Tokyo Drift, and we're discussing how Sean can shift with his left hand, and that's it.
That's actually a really good point, because it took me probably a full 2 years to be able to actually bang gears with my left hand, as opposed to being able to do it with my right all the time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel
Sean
that.
learns it in like a 30-second montage. So.
I mean, but everything's the same, so it's very possible.
Yeah, I mean, have you tried using your left hand?
I use my left hand.
I heard if you sit on it
when
first.
Patty's away on vacation.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks.
Tell Patty we said hi.
Patty, the guys at Granny Shifting say hi.
Yeah, put her on.
I'll put her on. Hang on.
No.
They want to talk to you.
All right. Hey, Patty, it's good to have you on. What's your favorite granny shifting movie?
Tokyo Drift is
Oh,
probably
yeah,
the
that's what
top.
we're talking
Yes,
about.
Patty.
Right answer.
Patty Price coming in clutch.
Wow, you give him first and last names now,
No,
huh?
it's like a fake name.
Cars 2.
The echoes get me here.
Which one? What?
She said her favorite car movie is The Cozy Cone.
The cozy cone. Getting cozy at the cone. All right, I appreciate you guys' time. Have a great evening.
All right, bye.
Guys, have a great podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Dude, that echo is going to be brutal.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait
All our
to hear that
listeners
post production.
turn us off. All right.
And that's the end of the minute.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan,
And I'm Jason.
and always remember,
Winning's winning.
end that abruptly.
See you on Monday?
What'd you say that?
I thought you said that might be our last